by Cedars-Sinai. Shifty work into the box. And across, it's in! Oh, it's LaRue! It's a dream return!
Welcome to Casual FC, an Angel City footy therapy pod today, featuring two certified footy therapists. I'm your host, Mario Salazar, with my going to see the wide world of sports.
I am the wide world of sports at this point.
Yes. Angela Morales, who has just gotten back from a crazy NWSL finals weekend.
I'm still really tired, guys.
I'm so glad that you actually got to go. I live vicariously through our messages while you were there.
I was barely sending any because, spoiler alert, I lost my external battery on Thursday night at the Just Women Sports event. It fell out of like my
You didn't tell
crossbody
me.
bag. No, so I couldn't be I didn't get to take as much footage as I wanted to. I'm really upset about it. But whatever, yay.
Yay.
I got some stuff.
You got some Instagram stories up.
Yes.
So yeah.
And some other footage I'm going to try and throw into a reel or something. I don't know how to do it.
This is our final footy therapy of the year. We were going to do this during our end of season recap with Casey, but we were getting a couple of messages pretty late right before we recorded and decided, hey, let's just do a little standalone.
Yay.
But there's also a bunch of other stuff.
There's so much stuff to talk about. Oh my God.
So we're still going to give you our updates and news and all of the shenanigans. And then we'll deep dive into our footy therapy. But big update, or one of the big updates that has happened so far. The Hina Hive is going to go crazy.
Hina Hive.
She has signed an extension through 2029. Which when it was posted in our Discord, I was like, wait, I'm so confused. I thought she was already signed.
Yeah, so she essentially renegotiated and like it probably took whatever contract we bought and said, let's just make it better for this situation, and which good for her.
Yeah, definitely. And then in our bit of updates of like our sad departing news, Megan Reed is heading off to Denver, and you better goddamn take care of Megan Reed. Megan Reed is...
Be good to our girl, guys. Which, really quick, fast forward to finals weekend, Denver Summit fans showed out. There were so many Denver fans. I'm like, you don't even have a team. You have a crest and shirts.
Nice.
I'm proud of you. So good job, everybody.
And with just those two things so far, let's just put this out there. Expect more player movement.
Yeah.
From here till March.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Denver's already signed a couple more players. Kaylee Kurtz and somebody else I can't remember off the top of my head. There's a lot of movement already happening for the teams that were not involved in the playoffs and free agency. So it's going to be a spicy offseason, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be more movement around the league. There's going to be more movement within our team. So not that we have any inside knowledge. It's just, that's just the reality. They're going to change. We're not like a perfect team. And pieces are going to be moved around.
Yeah. And I'm going to touch on that a little bit later based on a conversation and someone we met this weekend. Get ready. There were call-ups to the January training camps, or what month are we in? November? God, I don't know what day it is. Like I said, I'm still recovering. I've barely slept for the last week for no good reason. But training camps wise, Alyssa was called up. Giselle, Riley Tiernan, and Evelyn Shore were called up on the U23 team, which the three of them alone is terrifying. If that's who's in development right now, hell yeah. And then for U20s, the captain, Kennedy Fuller, got the call up again. And then one of our newcomers, Priska Chilufya, was called up for the Zambian Copper Queens. So the cool thing about the African nation soccer teams, like the different countries, you got like the Nigerian Super Falcons, the Zambian Copper Queens. They have like dope ass names. It's not just like this is the Zambian women's national team. We could have a cool name, guys. We could have the U.S. women's national team who wins
Screeching
everything.
Eagles.
Yes, yeah, like Screaming Eagles or something crazy. I don't know.
a team like in my AYS.
It's exactly what it is. It's totally an AYSO team.
It's like there was a Black Mambas team over there. There was a Squeaky
Right.
Eagles over there.
The like green, what was it? The blue monkeys, purple, all the stuff from like Legends of the Hidden Temple, all that. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff that's been going on. Claire just announced at 35 weeks she's being kicked out of Prager's FC and she's being sidelined. So she's been, like we said last week, she's been training throughout her entire pregnancy. At the 35 week mark is when you like step away because you could literally go into labor at any moment. And so she's just got a couple weeks left before we meet little baby Emsley, or I don't know what their last name has become after getting married, but it'll be so exciting. She looks great. Running at 80% of your maximum velocity at 30 some weeks pregnant is insane. Sarah
I got the all
Gordon,
clear from my doctor to start running again. So
yay!
that's good.
That's so exciting. Soon you'll be up to 80% of your maximum velocity.
Soon. I think at this point it's always going to be just 110% of my maximum.
Yeah.
Because every time I do it's going to be my maximum.
But you know what? You'll get there and you'll get back up to normal. Sarah Gordon announced that she's launching a clothing line, which is super dope. Savvy Kings, King of Hearts nonprofit to help get people learning CPR and AED usage across the league, across soccer, is officially up and running and live. And she was all over championship weekend talking about it. It was amazing. And I think the biggest news today, especially, it's Wednesday. It's Tuesday. We're recording on Tuesday. This is announced or published on Wednesday. Good God, please help my brain. This is going to be interesting. So we got an update from Sid. This whole season, we've gotten a lot of DMs, text messages, and questions in the Discord of what's going on. And I very quickly, just through observing and leaning on my intuition on this one, I was like, there's some shit going down. I don't know what it is. It's none of my business. But there's some shit happening in her life that she's needing to deal with and process and take care of. And she's putting herself first, which is a big deal. And it's really hard to do. And today she posted an update that she's been dealing with eating disorders for probably as long as she can remember. And the interesting part of that a friend of mine and I were talking about is that you don't hear about it from athletes. You hear about it from, and not to say that gymnasts aren't athletes, but there's different sports you hear about it in, or athletic events or whatever, but you don't hear it for like basketball players, soccer players. Orthorexia is a like big hidden, like it's hidden in plain sight kind of thing. And a lot of times it turns into eating disorders because you're so regimented and your brain like latches onto that in a really weird way. She said in her post and in the caption that this stuff thrives in the shadows, and it absolutely does. The more shame that's around it, the more you don't talk about it, the more you hide it, the bigger it gets for you because it's so loud. But the second you start talking about it, it's like this whole community of people comes around and is, well, we got you. We didn't know this was going on, or we had an idea, but we didn't. Like you don't want to ask because you don't want to hear the yes. And people don't want to talk about it because it's awful for them. It's awful. It's just awful. It's not an enjoyable experience for anybody. Thankfully,
nobody wants to come up to you and make an assumption of like, is this wrong with you?
Nobody
or, like,
wants
are you
to be
having
those
this issue?
people. It's, are you okay?
Yeah.
No, duh. But I really feel like she's, just by being able to say it out loud, shifts the narrative so immensely.
One big thing is it stops all the keyboard warriors assuming what
God,
they
finally
want.
Just that alone I'm happy for her. Is finally people aren't like, she's washed, she's this, she's whatever. It's stop. We talked earlier this season, stop speculating about shit you don't know about. I have been begging people in the Discord, on here, in text messages, just let it lie, let her be, let her live, let her figure her way forward.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
I know it's hard as fans to one, be a fan of her, two, be a fan of the team that she's a part of, and not get to see her get to see her doing what she does, right? This is her career. This is like what she does, and not being able to see that, and then feeling like either it's a waste of the team's money, it's a waste of her abilities and not giving her the chance, whatever you might have thought. Also, it's not your money. If it was your money, then ask questions. But with all of that, we only see the top skim of shit that's going on. If nobody's told you before, social media is a lie.
The internet is true.
It's true. Everything's super curated, right? Like that's
Yeah.
just, you got to also put yourself in that mindset of like,
Especially
look,
if
everything's
you're in
super
the public
curated.
eye. You cannot
and
let
if you're
people see everything.
No,
It'll kill you.
And she's also super public about her kids and stuff like that. So she's also got them to worry about. It's not, people are weird out there and they're gross.
Yeah.
And it can be dangerous. So with all of that being said, again, we're just going to reiterate, yes, she came out with this. It's great that it's a public, that she's ready to make it public. She's ready to bring this forward.
Yeah.
But also leave it there.
Yeah.
Send your support message if you want.
But leave it on
there.
her terms.
Like, leave it on her terms. Don't go off creating some Reddit sub-thread about what you think is
God knows
going on.
what.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, no, that's not.
Especially
that's not
because like
anything.
she mentioned the statistic in the video, and I've seen it in other places. 1 in 5 women deals with this at some point in their lives, athletes included. So nobody is spared, and we're in this weird part of the timeline where we're like going back to what was called cocaine chic or heroin chic around Y2K, like late 90s, early 2000s, where everyone wants to be rail thin and gaunt. And please don't. As a millennial who lived through it, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't. I laugh not because of this, but because of a joke recently where someone was like about the comeback of low-rise jeans, and she's like, I lived through that.
Yeah.
You don't get to see.
You don't know what that was like. You don't, like, even you, like, as my friend, like, you don't know what that was like being 13 and traumatized because you're not a 00. Don't. No. If there is any way you can keep yourself safe, please do it. And like, we have a ton of resources to share about eating disorder help and getting assistance and resources and all kinds of stuff. And there's going to be links all over the place. But I do want to read this.
Mine was the other way. Mine was the other way around, where it was like pants were too big, and then I had to wear. You wore basketball shorts under your pants while you were sagging them.
Yeah, it's
then the pants got tighter, yet the sagging didn't stop, so you still had. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I remember. Yeah, girls are wearing like a half an inch long zipper on their jeans, and it's just awful, and nobody's comfortable.
It's just like super glued on there.
It's pretend. And then guys have 14 layers of clothes on just to keep their pants held up. It's just, don't do it. But on a very serious note, so the National Eating Disorders Association, NEDA, their helpline is 800-931-2237. You can also text NEDA to 741-741. Their website is nationaleatingdisorders.org. They have treatment referrals, support, just basic information. There's also the National Alliance for Eating Disorders. Their helpline is 866-662-1235. And their website is allianceforeatingdisorders.com. And they offer free and low-cost treatment referrals. There's also a crisis text line. So you can text 741-741 and text the word home. So you can either text NEDA for like basic info, or you can text the word home to 741-741 to get different types of help. If you text home, it's a 24/7 crisis support via text message. Like I said, we're going to post a truckload of information, links in our bio, show notes everywhere. I'm so grateful. I'm going to cry to this community because one of our listeners, who's become a good friend of mine, is a therapist who's worked with folks with eating disorders. He works in grief counseling and EMDR and trauma processing and all these really big, heavy things. And he's easily one of the kindest people I've ever met. Just take care of yourself, folks. This world is awful. And find your people, because that's what we do. We look out for each other, and we make sure that when shit goes south, that you have a place to land and that you have resources. So with that said, I went to finals weekend, guys, and it was a really fucking good time. Because I can't cry play anymore. Do it tonight.
I was wondering how that transition was going to happen. I was like, do I jump in? And start off okay. I like it.
But I did it. I'm so grateful to my friend Sarah, who I went to college with, who lives up in the Bay, who is also a huge Sid LaRue fan. So this was like we've been talking a lot the last day, always, but whatever. She knows. Sarah reached out to me months ago and was like, hey, I have 2 extra tickets if you and Eva want to come up to the finals. And I was like, dude, I don't know when she's because Eva's back home already in New Jersey for the holiday and for her birthday. So I was like, I don't know when her flight is. And Sarah's okay, just let me know. And I was like, September, October rolls around. I was like, dude, I don't know. She's like, it's okay, I'm just gonna hold them. Okay. 2 weeks ago I text her, Eva's not flying home till Tuesday, you still have those tickets? And she's like, ah. So I sent her money for the tickets. I found the recordings for a Just Women Sports Are Fun episode with Kelly O'Hara and a million people. Sam Mewis is the Women's Game podcast recording. Ally House was something set up by Ally. They had 2 days worth of stuff. We went to the skills challenge and then the game. There's other stuff, like we went to Fan Fest. There was so much, and we're seeing like old friends at the same time. So it was an action-packed weekend, you guys. So first of all, I want to say hello and welcome to our new friends. We met someone named Megan and her sisters from Kansas City who are sitting behind us at the Just Women Sports event, who were so much fun. That we have officially been invited to CPK Stadium. KCPK, whatever. It's CPK Stadium.
Pizza Stadium.
Yeah, we have been officially invited there by them, and they are fantastic. I'm super excited. They're super excited for the podcast. And then at the game, the folks in front of us, it was Jose and his wife Megan, which is like the best story because I was explaining the podcast and they're like, oh, that's like us. He said he grew up playing soccer, lived and breathed the game, and she was like, sure, like women's sports, cool. And now she knows more about women's soccer than he does. Like, it's a whole thing. And I'm like, this is awesome. Jose has also very quickly went to the top of my list of new favorite people because he had a long range Zoom. He got pictures of Rose's goal. And then prior to this in the game, he got pictures of Sonnet's save. And
that's what he sent. Yes.
If you have followed me on Instagram all weekend, if you know anything about me, I will always talk about how much I love Emily Sonnet. She's ridiculous. She has the most expressive face in the whole wide world. She is one of the most diligent and analytical players, like one of the best defenders in the league, a #1 draft pick out of Virginia. Like, I love Emily Sonnet, and he got 4 stills, like in progress of her save, of her. It's so good. I'll repost it on the podcast Instagram so you guys can see it because it's so good. So hi, Jose. Hi, Megans. And then last but not least, finally, so 2 of our listeners that we met at our very first watch party at Watch Me last season, or 2 seasons ago now, whatever. They're like, oh, Angela, like being the athlete that you were, you got to meet our friend Erin. She has a thing, like a video podcast called No Former Athlete. And it's this whole idea that being an athlete never really leaves you. And so Erin and I have messaged, I'm eventually going to record with them. Like, it's a whole thing. She and her partner live in Long Beach. We have not been able to cross paths yet until Saturday at halftime.
In San Jose.
In San Jose. So yeah, it was fantastic. We had a great conversation during halftime. I can't wait to like officially do things with No Former Athlete, but this weekend was insane. I'm still like, I have to talk to people. Like, I need to just hole up in my house by myself in the cave to be by myself and be quiet. My extrovert put everything out this weekend. Eva and I also got to meet Casey and her husband Dan in real life. Finally, they ended up getting last minute tickets to the Skills Challenge, and we finally got to meet them. Skills Challenge was awesome. Make sure you watch on Saturday. It was really fun to see live. There are some very fun moments in some of the different competitions, especially from Riley Tiernan. Fantastic little chippy chip of a goal that I'm sure everybody will love. You may remember last home game, we posted a picture of Duda Pavao in a box like behind my seats with 2 Allie big heads, like baby Allie and then adult Allie. And we were joking with Duda during that because she kept hitting Allie's face and dented her forehead.
She broke one.
Yeah, like she dented it right here. We're like, she just needs Botox. It's fine. It's fine. And so it was a whole joke. So at the Just Women Sports event, Duda was there with Amazon Prime interviewing people and whatever. And she had a down moment and I got her attention. I was like, hey, I'm Angela. I'm the one who took that picture of you. And she's like, oh my God. So I was able to give her podcast stickers. We talked for a little bit. She is absolutely wonderful. For those of you who don't know who Duda is, if you watched anything that came out of championship weekend, Duda was there. She's all over Allie Riley's Instagram, Kelly O'Hara's Instagram. They are very good friends. She played college soccer. She's like this media queen now. She's Brazilian, so she's friends with all the Brazilian players, but she worked at the Orlando City Foundation, or not foundation, but like football conglomerate doing social media and media relations and all that kind of stuff. So she worked for the men's side. She also worked for the women's sides, hence her friendship with Allie and Erica Timrack and everybody who went through the Orlando system. She's literally one of the nicest people I've ever met. We were messaging all weekend. See you here, see you there. Are you going to be at this event? That kind of thing. She got to sing with Kesha, who surprised everybody and showed up at the Just Women Sports like after party. I'm so jealous. Like it was one of those where I'm like, Kesha, like the millennial oozed out of my body. No, but it was so much fun. She's so kind and so gracious. And then outside of FanFest, Eva and I are leaving to go from FanFest to the stadium, run into Coach Jackie J, who I assume at this point, anyone who follows women's sports is going to know Jackie. They are right now, especially like the pinnacle of like regular people, storytelling and media through in women's sports. Jackie is also Billy Crystal's grandchild. So like, I'm now 1 degree away from Billy Crystal, which is dope. But it was really funny because we were leaving FanFest and I full on stopped in my tracks and we're talking for a little bit. They're super gracious and they're with another person and I don't think to introduce myself, which I'm kicking myself now because this dude looks so familiar and I can't put my finger on it. It's pissing me off. Like in my head, I'm like, I know who this is. I know who this is. Who is this? And as the track and field nerd and like athlete and lover of track and field and athletics and all of the events that go into that, I'm so mad at myself that it took me a whole 48 effing hours to realize that this was Chris effing Mosier. And I did not introduce myself and I did not even recognize that this was somebody super important to the world of sports because they are the first trans man to make Team USA. Like this is effing huge. Like I was in essentially like track and field, like royalty and changing and pushing the sport forward. He's also the first openly trans person to be in ESPN's Body Issue, which even I were talking about the body issue on the way home. I feel like it needs to be resurrected so people understand that bodies look different and they are athletic at all different shapes and sizes. That's my stance on the body issue. But I feel like such an idiot for not introducing myself. Chris is a triathlete, a duathlon. I'm not sure how duathlon, whatever. It's instead of a triathlon where it's swim, run, bike, or swim, bike. No, swim, bike, run. I don't know, whatever. It's those three things. I don't know the order. I don't do it. The duathlete is run, bike, run. So there's not swimming involved in this other one, but they also compete in the race walk, which is like my favorite. I feel like the race walk sounds like a swishy sweatsuit. It doesn't because they're wearing like singlets, but like I feel like it's like
yeah,
because it's actually really difficult. It looks kind of silly because they're just kind of shimmying, but like your feet have to be on the ground. Like one foot has to be touching the ground at all times. You can't run and lift off the ground. It's difficult. But Chris Mosier is an incredible advocate for trans inclusion in sports. They've challenged the IOC regulations and world athletics regulations around trans folks and inclusion, and they're so important to the future of sport. And I'm so sorry that my brain could not compute, sir. Like I walked away and I was like, dude, who was that? That guy looks super familiar. He was like, I don't know. And I'm scrolling through like threads or something on Monday. And I was like on my break at work and I almost screamed. What the fuck? I was so mad. So embarrassing.
You walked, you saw Coach Jackie, and then
talking to Coach Jackie and Chris Mosier and not
saw another person there and was like, I'm here right now.
They're standing together. The four of us were talking. My dumb ass is, I know who you are, but I can't put my finger on it. So I'm so sorry, Chris. But thank you for being gracious and wonderful. And your handlebar mustache looks amazing. Like perfect. Ooh, like it just perfect. Anyway, so we get to the game. We're walking. We took an Uber or a Lyft from FanFest to the game, which was the best option because the shuttles were taking forever because there was a million people. And then our friends that we went with didn't have room in their cars. So we're like, okay, whatever. We'll just Uber over. And it took us 7 minutes to get there. And everybody else, it took forever. It was like 7 minutes and a $15 Lyft. So I was like, yay. We're walking in behind some Vermont Green fans, which is the team that Sam Ewis coaches/owns in Vermont. And this man, we're just waiting to cross the street. And this man, like this big burly guy wearing a Savvy King jersey, like a BFC Savvy jersey, like shimmies himself across the street. It doesn't look like he's bending his knees when he runs. So he's just like scampering.
He was practicing for the Olympic.
The race walk, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's doing that. And the Vermont Green couple that's in front of us and some other people, we all see this and the guy, excuse me, and giggling and like, hee while he went across the street. It's like a big bearded dude. And it was just like so jolly. So all of us are like, that was the best thing I've ever seen. I have no idea where he's going, what he's doing, but good on him. Everyone that we met at PayPal or around the weekend of events was absolutely fantastic. It was a lot of fun. We got to our seats and Eva was like, I saw a soft serve. You want some? I'll go get it. I said, sure. She texted me 5 minutes later. I just met Mark Parsons, our GM. And I was like, excuse me? I'm just sitting in my seat. What? And they had a really cool conversation about the future of Angel City, his work in Portland. Like once he recognized that she's been around the league for a while, she understood as a fan, like coming from the fan, but like the high level knowledge fan. He was explaining, he goes, both of these teams right now, Gotham and the Spirit, are in year 3 of their rebuild. That's the cycle, a 3-year rebuild. We're in year 1. So we've got a ways to go, but that doesn't mean we can't get there eventually. We just need everybody to buy in. And she was like, cool, sold. I'll tell Angela to talk about it. So here I am talking about it. Thanks, Mark. But she said he was super nice. Everyone was just like walking around the concourse. You're just running in. Like I walked by Lauren Holiday. My friend walked by Shannon Box. And we're just like, these are like, if you have followed women's soccer as long as we have, 10, 20, 30 years, you're just like, these are pillars of the sport. Stud Buds were there, which if you watched the W at all, it's Courtney Williams and Natisha Heidemann. And they are a dynamic pink-haired, sometimes, duo. And they got Pinot involved. So together did a partnership with Stud Buds. And Pinot was like their third host. And they just videoed the whole weekend. It was absolutely bonkers. I can't wait to go back and watch the video, like the live stream of that. We got to spend a little time with Savvy King after the game because we met up with a bunch of other Angel City, with Rebellion folks, Mosaic folks. I think a couple other supporter group folks were there. Everybody's seen Angel City all over the place. There's ACFC chants going on after the game. Like it was bonkers. But then like Savvy King's like right there. And we're like, oh, hey, what's up, Savvy? She's like, hey, Angel City. And then we all just hung out for a little bit. It was just great. It was so much fun. The skills challenge, I know I posted a teaser of it. I didn't want to give away too much because my videos had a lot of things to give away. So there's a lot of really fun stuff. I can't wait to see all the interviews that were done on the pitch that we could not hear in the stadium, because if you are unfamiliar, when things are being filmed from TV, they don't care about the audience. You're just sitting there literally chilling because it was like 55 degrees. But it was a good time. There was pregame stuff or pre-event things there. I got to see some friends. And then, as most people know, I really enjoy being right or winning. So having Gotham win and being happy to be cheering on Gotham. I'm dancing for those people just listening, not watching on YouTube. I did it, guys. I picked the winner. But very, really, truly, as awesome as this all was, my favorite thing that happened was after the game. So we have to walk like 4 parking garages over to pick up a lift to go back to our hotel. Because parking was like $100. And we were like, absolutely not. And we're standing there waiting for the car to get there. And everybody's like lingering. Oh, where's my Lyft? Where's my Uber? And this mom is with her son. And he's just sitting on the curb. And he's got a Washington Spirit scarf. And he just looks devastated. And I had taken a handful of cards to give to people or like trade or whatever. And I had I had 2 of the same Hal Hirschfeld autograph cards. And so I told Eva, I was like, I'm going to take one because I want to give this to a little kid in a Hal jersey. Little boy, little girl, I don't care. I want to find somebody in a Hal jersey. She's okay. I did not see anybody in a Hal jersey. I saw adults in Hal jerseys and I was like, no, I want a child. But this, I said, fine, I guess I'm not trading it or not giving it away, whatever. And she looks at me and she goes, hey, what about the card? And I was like, what about it? And she just like nods to this little boy, kind of gives it a little look over there. And I look and I was like, bingo. So I dig it out of my bag. I walk over to his mom. I just was like, excuse me. And she's, yeah. And I'm like, I know your son's probably devastated right now, but would this help? This was an extra card I was looking to give away to a little kid, a Spirit fan today. I didn't get to meet anybody before the game started. And I feel like this might help the day get like a little bit better. And she just went, are you sure? She's like, are you positive? And I said, I have another one at home. I don't need 2. And this is, please let me help him like smile today. She was like, oh my God, thank you so much. So she goes over and she's, hey buddy, look. He's, what is that? And she's, it's a trading card. And he's, is that Hal? It was like, what? He's probably like 8, maybe 9. She goes, she signed it. And he goes, where did you get that? It was just like, Mom, what is happening? Because you could tell like they weren't from the West Coast. And she goes, that lady back there, she gave it to you because she knew you were a Spirit fan and she wanted to help make your day a little bit better. He whipped himself around. This kid looked just so devastated. Like when you're disappointed as a little kid, it's different than when you're an adult. Like you're an adult, you're like, fine, this is stupid. I'm upset, whatever. But when you're like 9, it's all over your body. It's like your whole body's just like, ugh. So he whips himself around and finds us. And he was like, thank you so much for this card. Thank you. Just thank you. And the mom is looking at her, like they're trying to figure out where their Uber is. And she's trying to be like a responsible adult. So she doesn't hear him say thank you. She's, did you say thank you? He's, yeah, turns around. Thank you again. This is amazing. Thank you so much. And then their Uber got there. And I was just like, that was it. Yeah. That's the best part of the whole weekend. Because it's just like when you see a little kid so sad and then they just beam and they light up. It's okay, cool. Like the world is good again. And yeah, I saw a lot of old friends. One of my friends that I went to high school and played basketball with, and it was a good time. And now the season's over and we have to wait for so many days and an unknown amount of time for when the schedule is going to be released. So thankfully, Mario had extra time on his hands somehow, some way, and updated our Where's the NWSL Schedule.com website. It's got new fancy colors.
Yeah.
It's got a countdown.
New fancy colors, 2 countdowns.
Yeah.
Buttons. Funny enough, I was looking at something and I guess because for those that are new, this website has been around since the beginning. And every year I update it a little bit, but there was it was like a Twitter thread or a post or someone, and it like showed up. Someone randomly, it was like they were talking about the schedule. Oh, when is it going to come out? Someone replied with, okay, don't know if this is legit, but I found a website called Where is the Schedule?
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'll go back and I'll find it and I'll send it to you. And they're like, I don't know if this is legit, but I found this and looks like it might be a podcast or something. I don't know, until I finally got the courage to click on it and it wasn't like 1,000 malware things that popped up.
We've made it. We've officially made a mysterious website on the internet.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and before we wrap up championship weekend, big shout out to the Bay. Big shout out to Bay FC fans who were amazing at every event we went to. The nicest people. so welcoming, so excited for everybody to be there. PayPal is a great stadium. Everyone, it was very funny. Everybody was like, oh my God, you're going to love watching the planes take off. I've mentioned it before. I live under 3 landing patterns of LAX. I don't give a single shit about airplanes ever, except I just want them to get from point A to point B safely. That's it. I don't care. But thank you to everyone. Yay, airports. Like, but no, there's no bad seat in that place. BFC fans, you are a wonderful community of people. Spirit fans, you are a wonderful community of people. You're like this ambiance, because we were right by the Spirit supporter section. Fantastic. The DC Rise Up chant, hell yeah. Granted, I'm rooting for Gotham all night. I'm starting Let's Go Gotham chants with little kids. Like, we are hooting and hollering. My voice is still a little messed up from this weekend because I was screaming, as you could hear in that last We Won video. Yeah, like, the Spirit fans were so dope, so cool, so committed. Also, 51st minute from now until forever, I will be joining in any game against the Spirit with free DC. So home rule in DC is incredibly important. The whatever Commonwealth, whatever the hell they call what actually Washington DC is, needs to have their own legislation, ideally a statehood, whatever you want to call it. They deserve to be governed by themselves and not by the federal government, because that doesn't make any sense. Similar to like Puerto Rico, please give them the opportunity to have rights. But yeah, free DC all the way in the 51st minute from now until we don't need it anymore. And go Gotham. Go Bats, guys. I picked it. That's all.
I warned y'all that she had an action-packed weekend at the end of the
That's not even
final.
everything. That's the crazy part. That's just the
I will
highlights.
say, I will say that I do live vicariously through you. I am.
A lot of people asked
uber
about you
jealous
this weekend,
most
though. You were being
I'm
asked, where's
uber
Mario?
jealous
Where's
of
Mario? Where's Mario? I was like, he's
Yeah,
got kids.
yeah.
They were like,
Yeah.
you're right. He does. He needs to
Yeah,
be at home with
yeah.
his kids. It's like,
I'm jealous most of the time when you're out, because normally you end up meeting people, and I'm just like, So, but I'm really glad you had an amazing time up there, and I know that it was like, yeah, like you said, it was seemingly a last minute kind of thing where it was like, hey, this is gonna work out, let's go.
Yeah.
I
planned it in a week and a
stickers from my house.
oh
What?
yeah. On Thursday morning, Eva and I leave our house in Inglewood at 7:30, drive to Mario's house, get stickers, wave to his cameras, text a picture of his porch goose to his wife, being like, "What's up, Jen?" And then grab the stickers, get in the car, and just haul ass to the bay to get there by 3:30.
So
Yeah.
let's just add that as our first casualty favorite moment of the year.
Did Jen show you the picture I sent her?
No, not yet. I'll ask her when we're done with this. So yeah, this episode started off as like a straight up footy therapy favorite moments. We did this the last couple years too.
Yeah.
It's always a fun way of just remembering what happened, and me having a horrible memory. I'm surprised I got most of these notes in here. But yeah, I'm just going to start off with the fact that we've applied previously, and this year was the first year that we got our first media passes. We got our first media passes to the first game. Honestly, it's just that simple recognition of like,
Yeah.
hey, we're doing something that is now considered media, and that we're now a part of all of this coverage, which is great. That's exactly
It's exactly what we wanted to do.
yeah. Covering all of this, not
Yes.
necessarily be media, but yeah. And then also just the ever-growing community that we have here, and all the amazing people in it. Everybody from that's messaged us on Instagram, anybody that's been on the Discord, messaged us on any platform, come up to us during games or events or anything like that. It's just been great to we joked about it from the very beginning, where we were like, hey, we got a listener that's not related to us.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And now it's been growing ever since.
Now there's
And
listeners that are in different countries, like real ones,
Yes.
not bots, real people who we've talked to.
Yeah. I'm not including the like random like one download in Egypt, but you know, the constant listeners, and we have some from Australia and Europe. And I'm really excited for the people in different countries that are finding us because of the players that are coming this way.
Yeah.
And
thank you for like Icelandic folks for making sure we're pronouncing Svendis's name correctly. No, legit 100% thank you, because I don't want to be disrespectful and mispronounce somebody's name.
Yes. Yeah. It's been super important and really appreciative of all of that. The things we've been thankful for. And funny enough, this is coming out right before Thanksgiving, which is
I feel like it's
we did
really
not plan it that way, but yeah. We've had fun, as we've been telling you all the time. Come join the Discord. We've had fun Discord moments throughout the year. The silliest one was the entire group that was online at the moment going crazy because we found out one of our listeners, who's not in California, is a mail carrier, and then like everybody was just
a mail carrier, and we were all so excited for them. We were like, tell us everything. We need to check in on them too, because there hasn't been an update lately. We got to find out. So I hope they're doing okay.
Yeah. Again, another thing that came out of the Discord was legs up for Zellum.
Legs up. R.I.P.
Yeah.
But honestly, at this point, I will legs up for Katie Zellum no matter where she plays.
Yeah.
If I find out she scores, I will post a picture of my legs in the air.
And then we've had a pet thread, and every now and then someone that comes in will find it and put their pets on there. And we've had a couple pets recently that are they just look like plush toys.
They look fake. They're so perfectly groomed. There's a dog. It's like a Labradoodle that I'm like, are you sure this is a real animal? Because it's so perfectly sculpted. I love them. Please, if nothing else, just join the Discord and
post a picture
and just post pictures of your animals, or talk to me about trading cards. That's cool too.
Yeah. And pets are not solely just domesticated house pets. Everybody has different pets. We have people that like horses. We have people that like that work with horses, that work with other types of animals. Whatever if you work at a zoo,
please.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Please.
If you work at like a zoo or a conservation place or something, please show us some cool shit.
Going back to, again, still our amazing listeners and the stuff that they do. As we mentioned, Zach has been a listener for a long time and has been a great resource when it comes to anything that comes to support therapy and resources of all of that. Whenever something has come up, he's been a good person to
and there has been a lot
to.
This year that has come up. This year's tragic.
We also have Jen being recognized as like on field as like the community volunteer before a match, and that was just amazing. It was the Pride match, right?
No, but she volunteers a lot with the LGBTQ Center. Yeah.
I was just wondering if it was themed or if it was, but either way, amazing.
I honestly think it was like AAPI or like Native American history. It was like later in the season, so it makes it better.
Everyone that joined us for another amazing watch party. I think we're just going to keep trying to do at least one a year because, I mean, it's always been fun. It was an amazing event. We had trading cards. Like, I gave away tickets. It was always a good time, and always a good time to see people there. And then everybody that's just been crazy. I'm appreciative of everybody and their support for our community during everything that's fucking happened this year, from the fires. And like I said, we have people that take care of big animals too and kept them safe during the Eaton fire. And so shout out to Katie for doing things like that, to our entire community showing up or sharing resources because of ice and because of food insecurity, or for whatever is going on that we can support. Everybody's been there. Nobody's ever been like, So
and Mario might not say it, but thank you for everyone who checked in on him and me when someone decided to have a crisis in July. It was very scary for Mario, his entire family, Eva and I, but everyone who checked in to make sure he was okay, that I was okay, that his wife's okay, the kids are okay, all that, like, thank you. It meant the world.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. There are moments that we are thankful and thinking about seeing Cap share our Thompson sisters multiple times on, like, it. She didn't tag us, which is fine.
Because I asked her, I forgot. I asked her about this at the season ticket holder match, and she was like, I forgot. I like genuinely was just like, look, it's fun. And then went, oh, wait. And then everybody was like, where do I get that? And she was like, I was like, this is a podcast. So she was telling people about us. And
Oh, nice.
yeah. So thanks, Cap.
Either way, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying she shared it and it was amazing because it was something that we could share along too.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, Allie's sharing our thing. Also, Alana freaking Kennedy. She ended up buying. She ended up liking the shirt that we made for her. That she ended up buying like six or seven
and
shirts.
The crazy thing, I know we talked about it earlier this season when it actually happened, is this is all happening while Eva and I are driving to see Mario in the hospital. And like,
Yeah, that's right.
I'm like, hey, sorry, bro, can I get the login for this so I can get these fulfilled? I know it's hard for you to stay awake and breathe right now, but can you just share the password?
But can you give me the password?
Yeah. But thanks, Lons.
Yeah. I think another big moment was Haley Carter acknowledging our little pod. We acknowledged and brought up the amazing kind of 10 toes down statement that she was making, and rightfully so, a lot of people don't necessarily have tags available, right? And so we couldn't tag her directly on it. And I think I posted up as a story,
Yep.
hey, if anybody, we can't tag her directly, but if anybody knows her, let her know we think she's awesome, or whatever I said. And then 2 days later, we got
I see
a
like
message.
Haley Carter started following you, and I'm sitting on my couch. Eva's on one side, my mom was on the other because we were like watching something together or something like that. And I'm just like, like I was like, you guys, and they're like, what? And then I said that she had started following the podcast, and Eva was like, oh my god, my mom's, who is that? So then I'm explaining. It's a whole thing. It's very cool. She's a really cool person. She was also at Championship Weekend, so I'm really excited to see what comes next in her career because she has officially left Orlando.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But she said that it's exciting, whatever's coming next.
Nice.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'd like to thank everyone for going along, and thank Angela for going along with all of my silly, stupid ideas, like the where is the NWSL schedule.com.
Okay, that's not a stupid idea. That has been needed for 15 years almost.
The San Andreas Cup.
There we go. There it is. That's the one.
Yeah. And there's probably a couple of other ones out there that we've done or like we said and then just never followed through with. But it's always been fun just to be able to play around with them. And then also, I think a big milestone for us personally was we hit 100 episodes this year.
Yep.
We're now at 128. This one's going to be 128. We've hit over 13,000 downloads total, which is insane to us. It might not be huge in the scheme of podcasting and whatnot, but it's freaking amazing for us. And yay, go us. Like, it's awesome.
And thanks for not giving me too much shit when I cry consistently on this podcast because I'm just emotional about women's sports at all times. I can keep it together, but it's not always.
No. And we don't have to. This sport gives us our highs and lows.
Yeah, absolutely. So many of both. And this season alone, like this year, it's the end of November. I think all of us are ready to throw 2025 into the ocean. So
yeah, as it usually is towards the end of the year, you're like, eh.
Yeah. But like this season has been difficult. This year has been difficult for the city of LA, for the team, for people on the team, for people in the stands, for the city, for so many things. It's been difficult, but we made it and we're here together and we get to do this again next year.
Yeah. Yeah. So bring it on. And with all of that, we asked for your footy therapy, and it's always great to hear from everyone who's listening, whether it's just the little tap on, hey, I like this post, to a comment, to actually sending us DMs and things like that. There wouldn't be any other way to start a footy therapy session with our haiku. And our year-end haiku from our good friend Ethan here. Rough start, new UFO in. Season picked up with Strauss helm. Hard goodbyes. Keep young. I think that
I love
covers.
Ethan's haikus. I do. I love them.
I love them, and I love that he verifies them and argues with the haiku bot on Discord when it doesn't verify that it's
great.
a haiku. We did get an audio message from Katie, and this recording software thing gets overly complicated that I'm just going to do my phone onto the microphone. Angela has not heard this.
I haven't.
So.
Katie's probably going to make me cry, honestly. Because Katie also got to see, this is the crazy thing. So Eva had a gig in Pasadena on January 3rd or 4th. And so we were in Pasadena literally like a day and a half before the fire broke out. And Katie was there along with Richie, who also listens to the show, and a few of our other friends. So like we all had a great time, and then it felt like the world blew up. And it was one of those, you never know when things are going to hit, go live your lives moment. But okay, Katie, go ahead.
All right, take two. I wanted to say my footy therapy piece for the end of the season is I really got an even better understanding of how beautiful this game is for several different reasons. And one was just how the pod and our captains showed up for those of us who are part of the gender queer community. That meant so much. And then I wasn't able to go to too many games because of all the things going on and trying to, take care of myself and take care of others and making sure, we're not burning ourselves out. But the times I did get to go to the games, and maybe there was 5, or the 1 hour I got to sit and watch a game on the TV and chat with y'all, or the 2 hours I got to watch a game in person, was really beautiful to have something where maybe 18,000 of us could come together and support this team playing a beautiful game. And just turn off the social media, turn off the TV, turn off the news. And for a moment, kind of put the world on hold. And I recognize that that is a privilege. And I'm so grateful for it. And that not everybody can do that. And I was able to share that with some of the players too. Like this the game means even more now to me. And I think to those of us who enjoy coming and watching together, whether it's through Discord and shit talking, or like the group of friends I hang out with in the supporter section. So yeah, and I really appreciate the friendships I've developed with the Discord too, and you, Mario, and Angela, and of course Eva. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. I might add in more and then y'all can edit. All right, bye. Also, fuck ice.
I only got like mildly weepy. I didn't get to.
Also, fuck ice.
There it is. Yeah, I'm forever grateful for this, you guys.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you, anytime we ask for footy therapy, I encourage anyone to go ahead and send an audio message. We will definitely play it.
It's fun.
It's fun to hear from you directly, but thank you, Katie. Thank you for sending that in. And then, okay, we'll go through these. Zach, honestly, there's so many. For me, I think it comes to the community and the team. Post-Fire's support for the communities impacted, seeing the stance that our players took against ICE, the lead up to Ellie Riley's play one last time, and Kristen Press, seeing Alyssa just nail those goals in the net, Riley Tiernan starting to cook at the top, seeing June come back and touch the pitch for the first time after that injury. The list goes on. The whole stadium trying to break the curse of the BMO refs by chanting "Ref, you suck."
It was just an expulsion at that point, like an exorcism.
Yeah. Abby came in with sharing my love for football and ACFC players with my 3 boys. I made them fans. And I think that's just amazing. Being able to get your kids, your family into it in that kind of fandom zone, right? You play the sport and then you watch the sport, and they can be very different things.
Oh, yeah.
And my daughter's getting into it. Hopefully that keeps... Myrna. Preacher Angela bringing us to church with her sermon on trans athletes. Heart emoji. Immigration City Night at the ACFC game when the kidnapping began. The Becky G performance. The level of support from the team, organization, and fans in support of anti-kidnapping.
Yeah. I want it to be known that this was originally highlighted for me to read. And I told Mario before we started recording, I'm not reading that. That's weird. It became a joke in DMs in the Discord. Like I had set up my pulpit and was like bringing people to church, and at least it's not the Church of White Supremacy, and I stand on it. It's like the Church of Naps and Snacks. You guys just want to hang out?
I'll do that.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Okay, so then we had Nadia coming in saying the sister Alyssa to Giselle goal, and Alyssa's expression after, which honestly was priceless. Hens Game, who we didn't get to ask what their real name was, the CP23 goal within 23 seconds of subbing in against Utah, which was fantastic, except for what happened after, but we don't talk about that because everything's okay now. In the Discord, we had David came in. His favorite moment was beating Orlando at home, which honest to God was amazing. Joel said the press goal against Utah seconds into her subbing into the game, and it was short-lived, unfortunately. It was a savvy game, just for those who don't remember. And then the Endo to Mayara sick-ass assist and goal against Houston, which honestly, more of that.
Yeah.
Both the Spirit games, both were exciting and showed flashes of competence and excellence against a top team. The Tiernan at the death game tying goal with a press assist in the first game, getting to celebrate Allie Riley and Kristen Press at the last home game, 2 of the all-time best in the sport. And then parentheses, I said, sorry, I didn't narrow it down at all. And last but not least, we have a family member of a player who is a fan of the podcast, of the Discord, a friend of ours now. He said his favorite memory was getting to hang out with some of us at BMO this summer before the trade because his sister was traded. He said, I think we can all agree the worst was Savvy collapsing, which duh. But everything comes back to the community that we've built, and having friends and family of the players come in and feel safe and able to talk about things and give us a little insight of what professional soccer looks like from their perspective as well. It's just really cool, and I'm really grateful for all of that. Like I said, we will be posting all the resources that Zach sent over in a million different places so they can easily be found. We'll probably clip it and have that as like a evergreen clip. And if you like what you heard, and it's all from you guys, so I hope you like what you said. Thank you for hanging out with us this season, participating with us this season, meeting up with us, putting our stickers on your stuff, like whatever you've done. Thank you. I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday, however you celebrate. If you celebrate it, call it whatever the hell you want. Just take care of each other. We're going to take a couple weeks at least to take care of ourselves, our families, but do not fear. We have retirement episodes coming up.
Yep. There's
no way on this earth I'm letting this year end without a retirement episode about Allie Riley and Kristen Press. At least one. Maybe they have their own. Who knows? And then we are prepping for some amazing off-season content. Eva and I had this big brainstorming session this weekend, and we are like jacked up. Like, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. That's what it felt like talking about this. We're like, what about this? What about this? What about this? Did we write any of it down? No. So we get to have the same conversation again. But
the producer in me right now is just like,
why did you do that?
I thought you did.
Yeah. It's okay. We both remember too much. But overall, get excited for NWSL lore, fun stories, crazy game recaps, goal recaps, like all kinds of cool stuff. It's going to be great. We love you guys. Happy holidays. Happy everything. Enjoy the rest of the year. We'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.
I'll see you soon. Bye.